Well. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see if I can figure this thing out. Look at that. Stream Deck going up and down, and Streamlabs going side to side. Looks like where we're supposed to be. Look, we're only 11 minutes late. Well, technically, you guys got to see the stream starting soon screen, so you knew we were here. Just double checking. Staff is double checking a couple things. Calm your tits. That's all I'm telling you is calm your goddamn tits. See if I can get the jar up there, because someone will come in, there's no fucking jar, General. Well, I'm working on it. I don't have the back pieces yet, the background. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. Let me scroll to the bottom. If I don't have it, I don't have it. I'm not going to fight over it. Was in there? Was that one there? Nope, not that one. How about that one? Nope, not that one. How about that one? There we go. We'll keep that up there. All right, that looks a little better, doesn't it?
Your TikTok is live.
If TikTok is live, hopefully we have a moderator on TikTok. We're trying to get covered with that.
We don't.
Well, I texted somebody to go try. Everyone's going to shy away. I'm not fucking doing. I want to be a moderator on TikTok. Fuck TikTok. Fuck those guys. That's what they're going to tell you. So those of you that are watching on TikTok, you're being ignored by the Gen X Talk staff. That's right. You're being whisked away into the Never Neverland ranch of Michael Jackson.
You can't just start at 6 o'clock and go mod on TikTok.
Why not?
Because that's not how we work here.
I don't understand what you're saying. You can't say
no.
Our moderators, has a login. Our moderators are not that capable.
We don't have a login.
No, you don't have to have a login. Just be there. Just go sign in.
Nobody has TikTok.
Nobody has TikTok.
Oh, I don't have TikTok.
You know, there's people right now on fucking TikTok going, I have TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm watching you guys on TikTok. What does that psycho derelict witch mean that we don't have? We do. We have it. I'm right here.
All right. Hi, TikTok.
Wow. You think that just makes it all better? I'm just telling you it doesn't. We needed a moderator. You know what? Trippy will do it. If Trippy's in there, if Trippy's not busy tonight, Trippy will find a way to help out. He will. He won't let it go.
All right.
Trippy can do 6 screens at once. And you know that's true.
He's amazing. Yes, he can.
All right. I didn't get the jar on this screen. Look, no jar on this screen. How about a jar? Get a jar. Bum, 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 bum. There's a jar. Got to move it over because it's in the wrong spot. There's a jar. Let's see the jar. Bump. There's the jar. And then move it over to right here. Look at that. There's the jar between us. And because we reconnected Facebook, look what's in there. There's even blue. Every time you guys do something following in Facebook, Facebook blue, it'll go in there. So now you know what I know. All right.
So you're going to let everybody know what we're doing. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok
Facebook
tonight.
Personal, Facebook Blue, Rumble, YouTube, and Tick 'em Up Talk.
Yes.
So we're going to have a drag and drop section of the program, but it's truly going to be a drag and drop section because there's some things that we're missing. TikTok has no sound.
I don't know what to say.
You better call your son, get that shit figured out. All right, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to do some stuff. It's going to be fun. This is going to be question and answer time. You know what's really bad is every time I tell you guys we're going to do question and answers, you can ask us anything you want. You guys don't ask us shit. Or sometimes someone, what's your favorite Ford or Chevy? You know, what's your favorite baseball team? You guys don't have any serious questions about Gen X Talks or my wife and I that we've known each other since we were kids. You don't have any recollection of that stuff whatsoever. None, huh? All right. Well, let's see here. I'm going to put some stuff in. I'm going to transfer some stuff to the drag and drop section, which means we're really going to have a drag and drop section tonight. Not a few things. I got a few in there, so I'll put those over here on my screen. When we get to them, it'll be a true drag and drop section, which is really going to blow ass considering that we're going vertical. That means I have to rearrange things twice, but you'll get used to it. That's why it's called the drag and drop section, is because that's what we're doing. We drag and we drop. If you don't know what that means, give it a minute. It'll show up, I promise. All right, transfer group is there. Transfer group is here. Stuff's going through. So now we just wait. It'll update. It'll wait, and then we'll go.
Somebody's asking, what is Facebook Blue and what is Facebook Personal?
Yeah, we named it that. There's a Facebook business page and there's a Facebook Personal. Everybody's got a Facebook Personal page. But then to do the stuff we're doing, like, well, you have to have a gaming page to have members, because we have a members only section. The General's Lunchbox is a private page. For the past almost 4 years, we put up personal behind-the-scenes Gen X Talk stuff. You got to pay $1 to be part of it, but we use that $1 goes towards Gen X Talks and stuff we do here. It's only $1. But you have to have a personal page, then you have to have a business page, then you can have a members only page. So how do you tell the difference between the two? So we put up a blue picture, blue background on Facebook. When you're on there and you see the blue little icon, the little GXT, and there's kind of a picture of the kid and I with a blue background and a blue logo and it's called Facebook Blue. But people walk around going, I want to be part of Facebook Blue. Do I get a Facebook Blue page? How do you get a Facebook Blue page? I want a Facebook Blue page. We just made it up. But boy, I'm telling you, it's a thing now. Now everybody's talking. Do you have a Facebook? Oh yeah, I got a Facebook Blue page. Of course I got a Facebook Blue page. You don't have a Facebook? No one does. Just us. Just because we made it up. It was just a way to differentiate. If you're looking at the Facebook personal page, it's got a picture of the kid and I. It's kind of like red and black and white colors on there, and that's just the Facebook personal page. The Facebook Blue has the blue stuff. Do you get it now? Are you tracking with me? So that's the difference. But we do have moderators everywhere. Did the sound come back? Anybody want to talk? The sound did. Okay.
Yes, staff checked in. Sound is back on TikTok.
Okay.
We are live on TikTok.
Live on TikTok.
Yes, we are.
All right, I'm dragging some stuff over here that I'll use in the drag and drop section of the program coming up soon. So is there anything between the sheets
They're saying the mic level is still too high on YouTube. What are you screaming at him?
Mic level's too high on YouTube. All right, I'll bring it down some. How about now? Is the mic level down now?
Or they can turn theirs down, can't they?
Well, if they're saying it's distorting, that's one thing, but it shouldn't be. We're using the same mics, the same settings all the time. I don't know what you guys are bitching about. All right, I turned it down a little bit. Of course, we can always talk like this if you guys want. Is that a good thing? No, it's not a good thing. All right.
It's the gain, Houdini says.
I've got it's the same setting every fucking time.
I'm just passing on information.
I turned it down. If you guys are happy, I'm happy. If you like it, I love it. All right. And I was going to click over to your screen, but you left. So I can't do that. So we do have, we're a little bit late, but Facebook logged us out, Streamlabs logged us out of Facebook. It wouldn't let us back in. What?
He is over on TikTok.
I told you he'd do it. I told you. You can't put it around like that. All right. So going back, look at that. There we're back to the lovely bride. What do you have in between the sheets? What do you got?
Are you going to explain what the sheets are to TikTok people? You brought in the TikTok crowd.
So listen, here's the deal. We have all the platforms going. We can't read all the comments on all the platforms. So there are special agents, secret agents, moderators on every platform. It's on TikTok, on Rumble, and Facebook, and YouTube, blah, 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 blah. And so what we do over there is that if you guys say something clever, you say something witty, or you say something hurtful and mean and hateful about me.
Wow.
If you do, what happens is the moderator who's moderating, Trippy Pineapple's moderating over, you see his name go by, Trippy Pineapple's moderating over on TikTok. They copy and paste anything you're saying on any of the platforms, on Rumble, on YouTube, and they put it in Google Sheets. And we all share that. So then my wife, your queen, Gen X Mom, she has the sheets pulled up. All of the information, all the clever things, if there's a birthday, if there's money that's donated or stars that's donated or a cool comment or a hateful comment, she goes through them. And then she reads them out loud and I respond. I can't see every comment on every platform. But if we have secret agents on every platform, and secret agents are a good thing, and they all go to the same place, put things between the sheets, all I have to do is show up in the sheets.
Oh, God.
Which is where I like my wife to be. If she's in the sheets and I'm in the sheets, all right, your comments are in the sheets. That's a third wheel, but whatever. All right.
What do you got? Ready now?
You asked me to explain it, so I explained it.
Your wonderful friend, our wonderful friend, Michelle M.
Yes.
I miss her.
I do too.
She is celebrating her 60th birthday tomorrow. We're not going to be on tomorrow, so I thought we could say it today. Michelle M. is celebrating her 60th birthday.
That's
I think
bullshit.
she's lying.
Yeah, there's no way. I've met her in person.
Yeah.
I have hugged her. I have touched her. She is not even close to being 60. She might be crossing 45, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah, there's no way. Thanks for lying. We're no longer friends. What's next?
All right, Christopher Sevig, $10 on the eve of the World Series, Yankees in 7. Sorry, General.
Yeah, you would have to go 7 to beat the Dodgers. You're not going to beat the Dodgers. And it's kind of funny. When I was growing up as a kid, we were always hoping for Dodgers were always in the pennant race. Every year we knew the Dodgers had a shot at being in the World Series. all through the 70s and early 80s, it was always like, yeah, are we going all the way? Because we're gonna be in the pennant race every year. It wasn't even a question. It was a great team. But the Dodgers Yankees, as kids, we were always pulling for that rivalry.
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, East Coast, West Coast, Yankees versus Dodgers, old school pinstripes versus the big blue wrecking crew. And I saw a couple of series like that where they played. It was a lot of fun. Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Thurman Munson.
It was always exciting.
Yeah, it was great. So to see this now, and I can't believe I think the last time they did this was 81. I think
the Yankees.
The last time the Yankees and Dodgers were in the 81, it doesn't seem like that long ago to me. It just seems like, yesteryear. Doesn't seem like forever. So yeah, that'll be a good series. We'll look forward to that. I'm
Yeah,
that
loud
part.
one, $5. Calm the fark down. Grab your drinks. I'm ready to go, even though I just parked.
We're not
That's
ready
on
for the
YouTube.
bus yet. We'll get to the bus in a minute with Loud One. Thank you, Loud One, for the $5. What else you got?
Ronald over on Facebook, Blue. Stop telling your son to fuck off, Grumpy.
Oh, and who said that?
Ronald.
Hey, Ronald, I won't tell him to fuck off the rest of the night, but hey, Ronald, fuck off. We'll switch from him to you. How do you like that, Ronald? Go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Don't tell me how to be a parent. All right, what else?
Mad Junkie 33 on TikTok. Hey, TikTok. They're chiming in here. After marriage, joint account or separate accounts? I need to know your opinion.
Yeah. So you
have joint.
You got to.
Come on.
Anything you do separately divides the marriage. I mean, I hate to say this, but I know people are gonna. Boy, you guys are gonna rip the shit out of me now. But I'm telling you, if you've married the right person, all right. If you married the right person, it brings your soul together. If you share everything, the only thing I would tell you don't share is your toothbrush. But everything else, lay it all out there. It just try to work things out to where that functions just like the rest of your marriage. And you got to. Do you have one bed at night? Do you share the same bed? Why? Shouldn't you have separate beds? Shouldn't you have separate beds? When you're married, why not? Do you drive different cars on vacation? Do you fly in different planes on vacation? Why? Because you always want to be together. You want to hold hands. You want to sleep together. You want to drive together. Why all of a sudden when it comes to money is that the area, and that can be a division, because chances are, as everyone does, they're going to end up with money problems at some time. And when you hit that part of your life, when it does become a strain, now all of a sudden it's your money and her money. Why set yourself up for that? I'm just saying anything you can do together after you're married locks you in. Cortez burned his ships after he got to the New World, and everybody on shore went, fuck, we better make this work. We just burned all of our ships. We're not going home. Burn your ships, man. Burn your ships. Put your money in the same place. Unless you're hiding something, then in which case, fuck off. I don't care. All right, what else?
Chad Hoffman over on Facebook, Blue. Does the wifey ever start her stories from the middle?
Does her wifey ever start?
Do I?
No. You don't.
I don't.
No, you always start in the beginning.
In the beginning.
And you're usually lost, but you a lot of times you tell stories and you can't tell what beginning you want to start from. So you do start at the beginning.
Wow, rude.
Sometimes you'll start one story with 3 different beginnings, and then it's how you do it. It's a true story.
So lying.
All right, go ahead.
So lying. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Chubby Beaver on TikTok.
Chubby Beaver.
72 also.
Chubby Beaver. You sat down and they asked you, what would you like your screen name to be? And you looked around. You looked at what you like, or you looked at yourself and went,
Chubby Beaver.
Chubby Beaver.
Yes.
All right.
Marriage advice for small kids stage of life.
I don't know what that means.
Little kids. Airing their marriage with little kids. Ooh, that's a toughie.
Well, how little?
Yeah, that's the thing. How little?
As kids get old enough to recognize what's going on, I'll give you this one because you're asking me this unrehearsed. So I got to shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
5 years old on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old in there. I mean, I'm assuming we're, not talking about 3-year-olds. Anytime you have a child who can recognize what's going on, can tell when you're in a fight, can tell when you guys are getting along. Mm-hmm. Anytime they're at that age where they're perceptive enough to see, stuff, I'm going to tell you this. the greatest gift a father can give his children is to love their mother openly, honestly. You openly love their mother, and they love that. They thrive on that. You openly protect their mother. If you're at a gas station, someone's getting a little squirrely, you do something where those kids know Dad will protect Mom. Dad will protect us. I'm just telling you, do those things to worship your wife openly and honestly in front of your kids, and there is almost not a greater gift you can give them. And there's a lot of reasons why. I won't get into them all right now, but believe me, it helps. All right, what else?
All right. Graham Gordon, $5. Will you do a food tasting bottom of the glass show with Canadian-only foods? Mama X will have to let me know what to smuggle into the U.S. for the general. That would be kind of fun.
I'm not doing that.
Why would you not taste test?
Because what is Canadian food? They got snow and maple syrup. What else is there?
There's all kinds of things. How do you know?
There's stuff called Canadian food. If you tell me what's Italian food, I know what Italian food is. I can picture Italian dishes.
But he's talking about things that are probably in Canada that you can't get here.
What? What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. If someone says Mexican food, I can picture what real Mexican food is. Someone says, "Would you like some Canadian food?" Boop. What are we talking about? What the fuck is Canadian food?
Wait and see.
Okay, whatever.
Wow, I already said no. Right,
what are their mashed potatoes different than ours? Is that what you're trying to say? No, I don't know.
You don't know that?
I'm just telling you. This is nothing. Maple syrup and snow. That's what comes to mind. And tree bark. I guess there's three.
Ketchup Doritos.
Ketchup Doritos. We had those here for a while.
Oh, we had. I don't know if they were Doritos, but
yeah, they were.
Okay.
All right. What else you got?
Jeremy Underhill on YouTube for $2. What did you do for fun on a first date? Yeah. What did you do for fun on a first date?
Why are you looking at me like that? Why don't we talk about?
You're the guy.
Why don't we talk about some of your first dates?
You're the guy.
Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to.
You took lots of girls on first dates.
You
probably had more first dates than I ever had.
I would agree with that. But the only reason you don't want to talk about your first dates is because your brother's watching.
No.
Yeah.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're full of shit, but whatever. You're lying. That's why she doesn't want you. You know what? Email me, genxdad@genxtalk. I will tell you all about her first dates. I used to, when I was a teenager, growing up in the San Fernando Valley, growing up in L.A., around L.A., first dates. And I hate to say that we had perfect weather all year round. Not always, but when you're young, when you're a teenager, you want to go, you take your girl to miniature golfing, you take her out for food, go to a movie, and then there's all places you can drive around the valley. You can just see the lights out over the valley. You can go up to Mulholland. Every corner of the valley had hills. That's what I just said. You start off with miniature golf.
Movies.
And then go get something to eat.
Start off with miniature golf?
Yeah, we started miniature golf and grab a slice of pizza at the miniature golf place, play some arcade games and a soda. And when you're done miniature golfing, you go to a movie. Then you go out and grab some food like at Noggles or In-N-Out, someplace you can sit down. Someplace you can sit down where you know your friends are going to be. There's going to be other teenagers hanging out there. That's kind of a good first date. Eases you into things, as it were. So there you go.
All right. Well, TikTok is chiming in again.
Yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce this. Speve.
Spivey.
Spivey.
All right.
How do I get over hating Bakersfield with my entire soul?
You can't. If you don't like Bakersfield, you can't. Bakersfield has a stigmatism to it, so you're kind of stuck. I had this. Let me see if I got this. I'll try to find. It's so funny that Spivey said that. Let me go to the drag and drop section of the program. If I can find it. It's so funny he asked this question. Where is this thing? Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Let me try to get this for you. Let me try to put it on the screen. All right. And this is something that came across my Google feed today. I couldn't believe it, and I had to click on it. I'll see it right there. Let me get it for you guys. I have to move. Drag and drop. All right. It says, what makes this city the worst place to live in California? So I'm looking at this. It's going through my Google feed, and I'm like, do I scroll on? Or do I click it? All right. I'd like to see what's the worst place to live in California. Guess where it was?
Here.
East Bakersfield.
Oh, well, we're not East Bakersfield.
We're not East Bakersfield, but it said East Bakersfield was, and it had a list. It had a list of all the towns in all the city, the worst town in every state. Now, I don't know that I would agree with this. I don't know that I would agree with this for here. I don't think I've lived in a lot of places in California. I can't think that this is the worst place ever, but I would have to agree. East Bakersfield's pretty bad. I wouldn't say that's not a mecca that everybody's trying to get to. But I looked up Nevada was Pahrump. Okay, Pahrump wasn't always a great place to live. I looked up some of the states that I'd lived in and traveled to, and I recognized the towns. But yeah, so I don't know. When East Bakersfield's not a great place to live. I don't know that it's the worst place in California. Pacoima used to be pretty bad when I was growing up. But hey, that's kind of funny. Someone said, "How do you get over hating it?" You don't. You're not going to, especially if you've had bad experiences in a place with your girlfriend or your wife or your job or growing up, then you got to move. You got to change your address, man, and get on with something new. So there you go. That was one. Now listen, I don't even know if I got a shot glass. Well, I kind of do.
The Sun Valley Fox chimed in and said Pendleton.
Well, doing it right now. This is we're
1910.
We're gonna drink this one right here. We got a little bit left of the Pendleton Ride. This is from the Sun Valley Fox, my brother-in-law. Older, wiser brother-in-law from up in the Tahoe area. And he says we can go. And how do we know? Because Sun Valley Fox raised his glass. Look at that. He's got his bottom of the glass nation shot glass. He's got one and you don't. And look at that. $1.2 million view of the mountains surrounding Tahoe. And we're going to drink right now. Let's officially kick this pig and let's officially get this thing. Let's get the party started here. The live stream can start now.
Josh D on YouTube, member for 22 months this evening. Welcome. On TikTok, we got a rose sent to us from RNOT. TikTok's got weird. And 40-year-old dork sent us 3 roses.
Just so you know, that was for you. If a 40-year-old dork is sending roses, it's not to me, it's to you.
Oh, okay.
Just letting you know that.
Phil's Garage, $2. I'd try a barbecued Canadian goose.
Ooh, a barbecued Canadian goose.
Oh, no. You said there's nothing good in... Nope. You said you would not taste test.
I'm just saying, Phil's got a point. Phil's Garage got a little bit of a point there.
Mike GXer on TikTok, thank you for the roses and the ring, it looks like, I think. Danny H on YouTube is the $2 ho loud one.
Oh, what face falls into that jar? Anytime you're on YouTube and you spend $2, a $2 donation, a face, one of you guys falls into that jar. You have to send me your face. If you want your face in there, you got to send it to me. Tell me your name. Tell me who you are. You can be on TikTok or Rumble or wherever. It only falls in the jar when you pay on YouTube. But you could be the $2 whore. That's right. You just got to send me your picture to genxdad@genxtalks.com. So it is Loud One. It is Ian. Let's get to that. Loud One drives the bus. We are on the Gen X Talks bus. This is the Gen X Talks live stream. Everybody pile into the bus, grab a seat, grab some alcohol, take off your clothes, and hang on. Psychological nudity is preferred, and we're off and running. And it's when Loud One drives this thing, he hits third gear by the time he hits the end of the driveway. This fucking thing's going. So we always have to check in and see if we're ready to go. Before we start the podcast, let's check in with that crazy Tasmanian.
I hear myself, bro.
No fucking idea what he said, but we're just going to go. So we'll just take off now.
Take off, eh?
Take off, eh? We got to go. So there's some different things. The drag and drop section is going to be a little bit complicated tonight because we didn't get all the work done ahead of time. So I'm going to be, in between you reading stuff, I'm going to be bouncing around trying to get some of the stuff on the page for everybody just so we can see what we're doing here. All right. So, where's another one here? You know something we don't see? I saw this picture and it sent chills up me. Scrolling around. I'm scrolling around through Google, my Google feed. Things come up on my Google feed. Google seems to know what I'm interested in. Google seems to know all about me. I'm sure Google's listening on every device around here. But this image came up, and this sent shivers through me. Does anybody remember what's happening on your old computer screen right here? Does anybody remember? I do, because as soon as I saw this, I went, oh, I don't like this. Does anybody remember what this is? I'm looking for a specific word here, if you know. See, Trippy Pineapple and the younger kids, anybody who's a millennial, they're not going to know what this is. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And when I tell them what it is, they're going to say, why the fuck did you guys have to do that? Does anybody know? I'm looking.
Says defrag.
That's right.
Tim Mitchell said defrag.
That's right. Tim Mitchell, defrag. No, it's not Minefield. I see why Graham would say it's not the game Minefield. That's right.
Mike Peterson, defrag.
You have to defragment your computer. You have to
gosh, I
defrag
used
your
to hate
computer.
that.
And you have to sit there. If you didn't do it for a long time, some of these blocks were yellow, some of these blocks were red, and you had to wait while your computer went and reorganized and put things where it's supposed to be. Now, I don't know exactly how it worked. I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert, all right? But it was explained to me by the computer guy. He says, he goes, what this is doing when you're defragging your computer, it's also optimizing, which is the big thing. It's optimizing. It's defragging, and it's getting rid of stuff that you don't use, wiping the cache out of stuff, getting rid of shit that doesn't need to be there. But this is what he told me. Now, I don't know if this is right. You computer nerds can tell me. But what he said was, imagine if you're going to sit down and eat dinner at the dining room table, and you have to run into the bathroom to get your plates. You have to run upstairs to a bedroom to get your fork and your knife. You have to run out to the garage to get your glass. And because you always eat the same thing at the dinner table, the computer learns what you use. And when you defrag it, along with defragmenting it, it optimizes it, and it puts your glass, your silverware, your plate in the same place so the computer can go get it more easily. I don't know if that's true. That's what he told me. I just know this shit back in the day took forever. So Trippy Pineapple, when he was making fun of me, I said, he goes, I'll just wipe the computer clean and we'll start over. And I said, oh, do you have a startup disk? He about fell out of his chair laughing. He goes, yeah, we haven't had startup disks since 1993. We don't need a startup disk. We're fine, which I felt stupid. So I'm telling you, if I say, hey, Trip, you want to make the computer run faster? Why don't you defragment it? He's going to look at me and goes, what the fuck is defragmenting? Because I'm sure by now.
What it means.
What's that?
I'm sure he knows what that means.
Well, I'm sure it also just does it on its own. I'm sure we don't have to stop everything. You don't have to shut your whole system down and log out, let the computer defrag. But anyway, this one gives
you better be kind of Trippy because he's gotten you out of some big jams.
Yeah,
Rewind.
But he makes fun of me as he goes along. It's almost like, all right, Trippy Pineapple, senior executive member of our staff, says, I'm saving your ass, therefore I get to make fun of you. It's almost like that's his payment. No, you don't got to pay me. I'm just going to talk shit about you for the next hour.
That's funny.
I'm just saying that's what it feels like.
All right.
Not saying that's what he's thinking.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so what else is there? Yeah, defragging was kind of a bullshit gig. It kind of gave me chills when I saw it. I didn't like it, but yeah, I just thought I'd share it with you. All right.
Scott Royston over on YouTube is gifting memberships to 5 people tonight. Ty 602, Michael, Aaron, Will W, Kyle, and Show Snuff 40 all got memberships tonight on YouTube.
Thank you very much, Scott. Now those members can go and take a peek behind the scenes, if you will. We saw this last night on TV, and it showed up on my Google feed today. I dig this. I think this is so fun. They're renaming goldfish. Everybody has goldfish crackers. Everybody's tried them. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And they're renaming them so they can get a higher class of clientele, if you please. That's what they said. They actually said this on their commercial. They're going to call Chilean sea bass, which is another fish. Goldfish, they said, sounds poor.
What?
They said, like, you're just going to eat some goldfish.
But they're supposed to be for children, and most children get goldfish when they're little.
I'm just saying, they said that they're changing it just for now to try to get a more elite clientele. And I'm like, it does relate to poor people because I was poor most of my life.
That's what we used to give the kids.
Now I'm middle class and I still eat these. I'm not rich. I will eat. I relate to goldfish. What does that say? I do not relate to Chilean sea bass.
Chilean sea bass.
But they're saying that you can't buy them in the stores this way. You can only get them online. But you can order some of these. So when your uppity friends come by, you now have 2 things.
You can put on your cheese board.
You can put on your
and say it's Chilean sea bass cheddar.
They're going to look at you and go, are you offering me goldfish? No.
Chilean sea bass.
Chilean sea bass, if you please. So,
and it probably costs 3 times as much as the regular ones.
Well, it better, or it won't count. It doesn't count if you didn't pay more. If you pay more, it tastes better. That's what the commercial said. So it is gonna. Now this goes back. Don't think we don't know this already. I get what's going on here, but you know who did this is some Gen Xer. Some Generation X guy works there and go, look, just change it. Don't change anything about the product. Just change the name to Chilean sea bass, and we're going to get a whole new group of people. And of course, all the millennials, and they're like, no, marketing people, no. It's not going to work. It's a dumb idea. And you know how this Gen Xer won everybody over? Do you know how this Gen Xer proved his point? He goes, everybody. This is the big executive meeting. He goes, okay, everybody sit the fuck down. This is how the meeting went, I assume. The Gen Xer got up there, presented this whole Chilean sea bass, said rich people, poor people, goldfish, sea bass, and they didn't buy it, they didn't like it, said it wasn't going to work, and he played one commercial for them. He played one old Generation X, old school, mid-'80s commercial to prove that this would work. Do you know what he played him?
What?
This is just the new generation of, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? That's all they did. They took mustard. Everybody had spicy mustard. And there was spicy mustard out there. They changed it to Grey Poupon. They had a black Rolls Royce hand it to a white Rolls Royce. And all of a sudden, everybody wanted Grey Poupon. So this Generation Extra guy, he got in the boardroom and said, this is what we're doing. And he had proof that it would work. So you're welcome, America. You guys are going to be, all of you are going to be chewing on some Chilean sea bass thanks to a Generation X guy. And don't forget that, because I'm going to order some of these. I want to be cultured. Cultured is the name of the game, and I'd like to be cultured. So, okay, what else you got there? Go ahead and what's between the sheets while I'm looking at my other stuff up?
Doug over on Facebook. Who makes the questions for General and Mom? I love watching videos. I thought I was the only person with that crusty exterior. You should also be looking at the difference between Gen X and Gen Z. Who makes the questions for General and Gen X?
He's not watching that close because I am Gen X and the kid is Gen Z. So we are exploiting the differences in that exact genre. Welcome aboard. All right.
We got $10 on PayPal from Diane Reed. She says entertainment is what she's calling.
Well, thank you very much. Now, wait a minute. How much did she give us? Diane gave us $10?
$10.
I need $30, and my entertainment can be a Singapore hooker.
Oh, my goodness.
Singapore, no, going rate. In the back of the National Enquirer magazine, if you look up all the things you can buy, there's X-ray vision goggles so that you can see your sister naked if you want to. If you're one of the Kentucky hillbillies, there's magnifying glasses that see all the way through Earth to China, and there's male bride Singapore hookers, $30. So if you gave me 10 for entertainment, I'm going to need 20 more, and I can get myself a real, genuine, 100% Singapore hooker.
Oh, my God.
We're on our way. We're a third of the way there.
All right. Over on TikTok, we're getting gifts from Tech Ken and Orion Patterson. Thank you so much for those gifts over there. And Soul Stitch also sent us something. Soul Stitch has a question on TikTok.
Right.
You guys are the best. Where's the kid in the house?
He's actually working right now. He's doing sales calls.
He is. He's working at the moment, so we're holding down the fort. Two Bear gave $1.99 on YouTube. Loud One, Circle the Wagons.
Circling the Wagons, putting the $2 whore is Loud One. Whenever you're on YouTube, a personal face drops in the jar. Tonight, they've already guessed. Usually, sometimes we can go the whole show. Nobody guesses till the very end.
That's true.
There's people that enlarge their screens. They take screenshots of the face, and they're trying to figure out who it is. That's right. Our bus driver, the Gen X Hawks bus driver, is the $2 whore tonight.
Loud One, $5. This must be an Aussie thing. Why would anyone want something gray pooped on them? Grey Poupon.
You see,
Americans are weird. I don't know if Americans are weird.
Well, we're weird, but we're the fucking coolest people also. That's why you guys all want to be like us and come here. Now, I don't know if that's if that Loud One, his Tasmanian bullshit. I have no idea if that's a Tasmanian thing or he's just fucked up. Let's ask Loud One what he thinks about that. Loud One, explain yourself on that Grey Poupon. Go ahead. Tell us what you think.
I hear myself, bro.
No fucking clue to what he said. All right, we tried again, but he's so fucking backwards and upside down. All right, what else you got?
Houdini, member for 31 months. What do you two believe are your biggest mistakes? And Bakersfield is still better than Oildale.
Somebody who, yeah, well, that's the, every town I've lived in, the town always has another town you kick around. Every town. When I lived in Van Nuys, we kicked around Pacoima. When I lived in Bend, Oregon, they kicked around Prineville. Oh, at least we're not from Prineville. And when you're in Bakersfield, at least we're not from Oil. It seems like every town has a town you kick around.
Yeah,
it just for some reason it's like that.
Kind of like a rivalry or something.
Well, you gotta have somebody to shit on. You gotta have somebody go, well, at least we're not those guys, that make yourself feel better.
True.
All right, what was the question?
Oh my gosh, I have to go back. You just rambled off. He says, what do you two believe are your biggest mistakes? Oh, that could be that's a long.
I mean, if you're talking about money, I've missed some golden opportunities to do some stuff money-wise. I've fucked up relationships
kids.
I shouldn't have. We've made mistakes with kids. We both look and go, we shouldn't have done that, or we should have done that. Our lives
we are not
filled.
Perfect
no,
people.
We're filled with mistakes. The good thing is that not many of our mistakes have led to regret.
True.
We've made a ton of mistakes, and a few of them we're like, oh, I regret that. I should have changed it. Some of them we're like, well, we fucked that up. That was probably a mistake, but it's like, well, it's all right though. Just I picked A or B. I should have gone C or D. It didn't, and that's it. But if every mistake you make leads to huge regret, then you're fucking on the wrong path. That's all I got to say. So there's a difference there between mistakes and regret. I hope that spells it out. All right, what else you got?
Chubby Beaver on TikTok. Wait, you lived in Oregon? I'm from Alabama.
Yeah, it was I spent some years in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, and Shiloh, I believe, on YouTube asked, when were we in Bend?
The late 90s, before we came here.
Yeah, it was right before we did this.
They say Bend, Oregon is poverty with a view because you can't afford anything. But it's got a beautiful view of the mountains.
May I do my Pigskin Pick'em? Please?
All right. So let me explain what Pigskin Pick'em is. I think I've even got a picture of it here. I think I still have it for you. Hang on. Let me switch over to the drag and drop section of the program. Podcast, Red Rock staff. Here's one for you real quick before we go. Your staff. These are the people that are moderating. If you're on Facebook, you're dealing with Sammy Joe. If you're on Rumble, you're probably dealing with Josh Maddox. If you're on YouTube or the name flies by on TikTok, you're dealing with Trippy Pineapple. Mama X is to my left. The General, that's myself. And Disney Kid has got one of the other Facebook pages, and sometimes he's on Rumble also. And Briggs is normally bouncing around, setting stuff up and causing trouble, but he's working right now. But there's a face to go with the name. So if you see the name on the screen, some of the platforms let us label them as moderators. Some don't. But if you see the name go by, if Trippy Pineapple goes by on TikTok, talk to him directly. If you got a complaint, you blame Trippy. That's all you got to remember. All right. So the weekly Pigskin Pick'em is right here. Now, if you guys joined, you joined. We're doing prizes all during the season. Big prizes at the end. It's going to be a lot of fun. The big shindig in Vegas. Big prizes. Big fun stuff. Like we did a trophy last year, an engraved trophy for the winner. We're doing something like that again. All right. So week number 7 has come and gone. Tim ALS Boston is number 1. Franchise 36 is in second place, followed by Nick McVeigh and I Hate Fucks. Pie-eyed, Wheezy 16, staff member Trippy Pineapple, ex-staff member Lionheart OG, and MN Toe Guy, followed by Kailash. That rounds out your top 10. Now, are those the names you have?
Yes, I do.
All right.
They are right here.
So what she's going to do is she's going to pick every week the top 10 people. She puts it in a Gen X Talks hat. She's going to pull out a name. Now, show that you're not palming the name.
No, I have them all right here. I just wanted to turn over the hat. The winner will be getting a Gen X Talks hat.
And if it's a guy, she'll even put lipstick on and kiss the front of the hat for you.
So all of them are getting dropped in right now. I'm mixing them up.
Show your hand. Show your hand that you're not cheating anybody here. All right.
All in here.
You just drop one on the floor so they don't win. They're not going to win. Whoever fell on the floor, you're out.
Okay, no, I put it back in. Ready?
All right, go.
Okay, the winner tonight is...
Who is the Pigskin Weekly winner?
Minnesota Toe Guy, A. Sure. That is our winner tonight.
Minnesota Toe Guy. Now we just need an address. Minnesota Toe Guy. You're going to have to send Gen X Mom at genxtalks.com. It's on the website, too. Website has all of our stuff on there that we're doing.
The winner gets this hat.
So go ahead and send an email. You're the weekly winner. You're going to get a hat. Thanks for being a member of the Pigskin Pick'em Top 10. And we'll try again next week and see if anybody can move up the ladder. Tim has been at the top 2 weeks in a row. and he's always in the top 5. That dude is not giving up his top spot. He's hanging on to that. And there's no you, there's no Dr. McDreamy, and we've got one staff member making an appearance in this top 10 list. I don't know. I think you guys could be doing a little bit better than you are. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on anybody here, but I think you guys could be doing better. All right.
Hobo Rob Prospecting on YouTube says, I grew up in Redmond. We kicked Prineville around also.
Yeah, because that's true. Child of Bend, but then Redmond could kick Prineville around, and everybody bashed Lapine. If you didn't like anything, you could always bash Lapine or Burns. Go way out by Idaho and bash Burns in the middle of the desert. There's always, I'm telling you, you can always kick. There's always a city that kicks other cities around.
Yeah.
Whatever town you live in, there's got to be a town that you're like, well, at least we're not them. All right, another drag and drop thing. This came across my Google feed today. I almost want one just for nostalgia. I don't know whether I could spend the money on it because I don't have a lot of money, but if someone sent me this, it would be right here behind me in frame. You ready? This one was unique. I'd never seen anything like it. So let me show it to you real quick here. Let me pull it in frame. The drag and drop section means I get to drag and drop it. You follow? Let me drag and drop this where it goes. All right, look at this.
Oh, that's very cool.
An Atari 2600 whiskey decanter.
That's pretty cool.
It's huge. It's big. It's not real small like this. It's big, and it's a real decanter for whiskey. And you get the Atari glasses. Come on, how much more Generation X can you get? How much more old school can you get? That's unique. I haven't seen that before. Now maybe it's been out.
Christopher on YouTube's going, oh my God, I've never seen this. Take my money now.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I
lots of
feel.
people.
I don't even know how much it is, but I wanted one. It's like,
That's
my
very
God, that'd be
cool.
kind of, I wonder if I could put that on the Gen X Talks Amazon wish list of things we need to keep the program going. We must have. For those of you who dedicate yourselves to keeping Gen X Talks up and running, we need an Atari decanter. We must have it.
Why doesn't Gen X mom get a decanter?
Because you don't drink whiskey.
I could put other
You
things in
drink
it.
wine, and you drink margaritas, and you drink stuff like this. Is man style, all right? This is man. You couldn't pour wine out of this. That wouldn't look right. And you know what this really is? What does this really speak to? This is just another decanter the Sun Valley Fox will never fill. And for those of you that don't know that story, when my mother-in-law died, Sun Valley Fox's mother, my Gen X mom, your queen's mother, she was my mother-in-law. When she passed away, she wrote into her will, here's how the money gets split up. Here's who gets what. Her husband had already passed away, my father-in-law, so she decided things. In the will, it says that the eldest son, the Sun Valley Fox, my older and wiser brother-in-law, is to keep Mark's decanter filled all the time. The general's decanter must be filled at all times. He hasn't filled it once.
I'm calling bullshit.
This is a legal document that Gen X Talks, the general's Gen X dad's decanter needs to be filled at all times and forever. He hasn't done it once. Now, this one's smaller. Maybe if we get one, he could fill this one. Maybe he could do that. Do you think he could? Maybe, perhaps. I'm just saying, it's a lot smaller, you cheap bastard. Maybe you throw a little whiskey in this one. Maybe. I'm just saying. So when I talk about the Sun Valley Fox not helping out, not pulling his weight, well, that's what I mean. It's the decanter situation that's been going on for almost 2.5 years now, and we're not getting any closer to having it resolved. All right, bringing back your queen. What do you got between the sheets, woman?
Alrighty, let's keep going. Shoeless won $10 for the Liquid Painkiller Fund.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Got to keep me internally lubricated.
Yes. The Banana Sauce Union is checking in tonight with gifting 5 Gen X Talks memberships to Zippo, Jason, Aqua
Now,
Boss,
wait a minute.
DJ, and Tyler.
That means he's in here somewhere. I can bounce him.
He's probably gone by now.
That means I can get if he wandered in, I can put him in the woodshed. YouTube's the only place we can put people in the woodshed. But if he's there,
I don't know.
Here he is. There he is. I found him. And the Banana Sauce Nation, but the Banana Sauce Union is now in a timeout for 10 minutes.
And TikTok has no idea what you're talking about.
Well, in YouTube, we can put people in a timeout. If you're offensive, if you're rude, if you misbehave.
But we have fun with it.
we can put you in a timeout. So we call it the woodshed. There's people that have been in the woodshed. If you've actually been sent to the woodshed, you can buy a shirt from us that says, I've survived the woodshed. Not a lot of them have been sold. We don't do it to make any money. It's more of a novelty item, a little prestige, if you will. But the whole Banana Sauce Union is now in the woodshed, and they can stay there and rot for all they care.
Dr. Shadowlight on Rumble. If the general will make peace with the Banana Sauce Union, we would consider the donation. That donation or a donation?
Well, I'll tell you what. If the banana sauce, I don't want to make friends with them. I don't care. I will not sell my soul.
So close.
I know. I'm not going to sell my soul.
I
don't. I just can't do it.
I
cannot sell my soul. Fucking. There's no such thing as banana sauce. I know
yes, there is. It's right over there.
I know. You guys sent it. Someone actually found
banana
a jar
sauce.
of banana sauce and
exists.
sent it to us. Okay, it's not real. It doesn't exist. It doesn't go on anything. All right. It goes. You know what it goes? It goes on dog food. That's what it goes on. Banana sauce is not a real thing. It doesn't exist. It's all fake. It's all made up. And you fuckers keep talking about it like it's something. Now there's a bunch of you banding together, and there's a banana sauce union. I will not sell my soul. I will not be cheapened. All right. What else you got?
Oh, my goodness. A Cricket over on Rumble gave $10. Thanks for saying hi to our friend Kat on the last show. She felt special, and we all cracked up. That was funny. That was
cracked
great.
Up? That was my sexiest voice. That wasn't supposed to crack anybody up.
Oh, you melted some women's hearts over there.
That voice, when we turned out the lights and I gave you the Wolfman Jack voice, that was not supposed to make anybody laugh. That was supposed to send women running to a room of privacy. That was supposed to have women all over the country excusing themselves for the next half hour, needing some alone time. Now they're telling me they laughed. You want to break a guy's heart? I'm a big guy. You want to see a big guy cry? I'll fucking do it right now, right in front of everybody. Not something you guys want to see. All right, what else you got?
Loud one, $5. I need one of them for collection, LOL. Probably cheaper than the few of the ones I have for about the decanter.
Yeah, for sure.
Loud one, $5. I'm the only person to have photos of being inside the woodshed, though.
Could be true.
I thought cameras weren't allowed.
Well, you can't really stop them. They filter stuff in. There's no guard at the gate. So, you know.
Okay.
All right.
One more.
All
TikTok.
Right. One more.
TikTok. Sir Woozer?
Sir Woozer.
Dodgers or Yankees? He's asking the question, so he doesn't know you very well.
Yeah, the Brooklyn hat that I'm wearing right now should give it away.
Yeah, think?
You know when I first got this hat? And we bought this at Dodger Stadium when we were there. And people go, why are you wearing a Boston Red Sox hat? That's the font. That is the font that Boston uses. No, it's Brooklyn. It's a Brooklyn Dodgers hat. So I'm not going to answer that TikTok question. Dodgers or Yankees? You know what? Let's leave it a mystery. Wow. Let's leave it a mystery. We won't answer that, and we'll see what we come up with. All right.
Oh my God.
Going back to the drag and drop section of the program, because I'm going to drag and drop, and you're going to play along. Bum, 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 bum. Two things. One, this is one from a long time ago. This is one that millennials will scratch their heads.
Uh-oh.
They're going to be like, I've heard of this. But this has almost gone the way of Blockbuster as far as things from the past. Do you guys remember this? This is a thing that used to be, this was how we would interface. When we turned on our computer, this is what we had. If you wanted to go to your calendar, you clicked the calendar on the wall. If you look at the desk, the desk had stuff. If you wanted to pay your taxes or get your tax stuff, you click the drawer that says taxes or accounts or payees for business. When you touch something, if you want to see what time it was, you touch the clock. If you want to know what the weather is outside, you clicked on the window. Back then, it was fun. It was fun to do this stuff. You guys have ruined it for us now. There's nothing fun anymore. It's all these little app icons that are kind of like the most informative way to go. This was fun. Slow, yes, but it was still fun.
Slow.
It was slow. I don't know. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Dumb things that come to mind. All right, there was another one.
So this is what you do in the studio all day.
Yeah, all day I'm doing this. I'm just telling you what's coming across my screen. Here's another one that's gone the way of Blockbuster that no one's going to remember anymore. And if you were there, you actually recognize this, then you count. Because this was the biggest thing ever for a long time. If you had I don't know any Gen Xer that didn't have an AOL account. Instant
My
Messenger.
mom still had one till the day she died. Oh, I think the Sun Valley Fox has one too, don't they?
There's no way the Sun Valley Fox still has an AOL
Wait,
account.
is it an AOL account?
He might. I think his email was at AOL.
Yeah, I think the family one was.
You have mail.
You've got mail.
Wow. Well, that's actually impressive for the Sun Valley Fox, my older, wiser brother-in-law, with his $1.2 million view of drinking his Pendleton. I mean, the only reason he's got that view is because he came up to that part of Lake Tahoe area on a Conestoga wagon back in 1839.
That's as far as he got.
And he stopped there and that he just homesteaded it. So it's not like he's brilliant or rich. He's just lived longer than everybody else. So to see him move along through the centuries and actually have an AOL account, I got to drink to that.
He survived the Donner Pass.
He's
Literally.
Sun Valley Fox is in the history books for surviving the Donner Pass incident. And once a year, he goes up there and pours some whiskey on the ground and pays a little homage to all the people that didn't make it. I can't believe you just said that. You know what? There's a ton of people on TikTok, and what the fuck is the Donner Pass?
Go look it up.
There's a ton of people that are laughing their asses off right now that you just said that. I'm going to drink one to the Sun Valley Fox, to AOL, and to the Donner fucking Pass. This one's going for you guys.
Michael Dawson tonight is celebrating 29 months of memberships on YouTube tonight. The Donk.
The Donk?
A gift on TikTok. Thank you so much. The Snowman 912 is a member for 24 months on YouTube. Love the entertainment. Glad to see the growth over the last 2 years.
Thank you
so much. Chango on TikTok. Yo, how come I don't see your son's videos on my feeds anymore? They were good videos. TikTok doesn't love us.
No, we are under one of the heaviest shadow bans of all time. The only way to get out of it is to know somebody that works at TikTok and get it lifted, which isn't going to happen. But if everybody shared the video, we get 40,000 views, and we used to get 200,000 or 300,000 views every time. We are on the heavy shadow ban. But if those 20 or 30,000 people would just determine to help us and share it and tell the next person, share it again, share it again, share it again, it would break out of the algorithm. The shadow ban doesn't prevent you. The shadow bans do two things we've learned in the industry from people that work at TikTok. One is they can't stop you from sharing it. If it's absolutely shareable, it'll go viral, but you got to get people to want to share it. That's one. Number two is they don't report the right number. If you're under shadow ban, it says you got 45,000 views on a video. The internal number is probably 80,000. But they only shows up on your feed as 40,000. So it's shadow banning from TikTok. They're assholes. Huge fucking assholes there. And we'll probably get banned. The feed on TikTok will probably shut off any second now. The one on YouTube, they'll be happy we're saying, and talk shit about TikTok. Go ahead, fuck those guys. But yeah, TikTok's got us under a very heavy shadow ban. There's no way out of it in the foreseeable future. But fuck them, we keep posting anyway. We give just as much attention and just as much effort, so fuck them. So you guys need to scroll around, and if you guys are part of big groups on TikTok or big groups, just pick a video that's great and go send it to them. Say, hey, everybody go watch this and shit. Just fucking break their fucking shadow ban. It's an algorithm, but we can't do it. It would have to be somebody organizing it on the TikTok side of things. One of you guys on TikTok, you'd have to do that. And also, we did put up on TikTok the 5-part series that was the true story of survival of cancer and all the miracles and medical journals that went into that. So if you guys are watching on TikTok, go to the page and scroll. You can't miss it. That's a story. That's probably the biggest story on TikTok is that. So go ahead and check it out. All right, what else you got?
All right, Scott Royston on YouTube, $2. General, hydrate with banana sauce. Haha.
Okay, who said that?
Scott Royston.
He's fucking done. Swear to Christ, if I find him, he's done. Tells me, Scott Royston, I love you, buddy, but there you go, I found him, he's gone. Scott Royston is now in the woodshed. Scott, enjoy your time, buddy. You're fucking out of there. Tell me to drink.
The Shoeless one, $5 on YouTube. Stop. You're making me feel older. I can remember monochrome monitors.
It's true. Yeah, back in the day, there's some stuff going on.
Danny H, $5 on YouTube. When do you think you'll get another Hammered Halo night in Vizahuchi?
Real soon. We Trippy Pineapple wiped the computer system clean. He defragmented it. He used his brand new Windows 95 startup disk, and he got a new operating system on there. I think we're up to Windows XP, so everything's running smoothly, and we're ready to go. And we're doing a big one where Low Torque's coming over next weekend or 2 weekends from now. I forget which it is. And Trippy might be coming up. The kid's bringing his gear over. We're going to have a big night. It's going to be probably a Friday night and then maybe sometime Sunday, but it's going to be a big gig. We're going to do that soon. So Danny, get your place in order, man. Get your hooch ready. Put all the kids to bed when it's time because it's Invisa-hoochie time.
Are you going to invite people to join you?
Oh, yeah. If you guys can get a hold on, Gen X Talks has a Discord server, just chat rooms. It's free. Just old school chat rooms where we all hang out between shows. But if you go to discord.gg/Gen X Talks, or it's on our website, it's got big pictures for everything. If you want to know our podcast, click the picture. If you want to know Discord, click the picture. It takes you there just by picture, click, and go because we're old and you need that. But when you get in there, find Trippy Pineapple. He's in there. He's the one who runs the Discord server. He is the Discord overlord. He swings the big heavy hammer over there like Thor. And just tell him you want to play. He'll give you the information to log into Steam or to the Halo Master Chief Xbox Live stuff, and he'll give you our names. That way you can connect with us on there and play.
So you can get ready to play for that night.
I think
we're looking at November 1st was the
We'll do it. It's a lot of fun. And we play it live. We'll keep it up. We archive it. We keep it up here. We play live on all the channels. So if you're playing with us, we can all play together.
You can also email trippypineapple@genxtalks.com before that day, and you can find out all the information.
Again, all of our individual emails are on genxtalks.com. Scroll to the bottom where it says staff. It comes up with a new page. All the pictures and the emails for everybody on there. You can bother the shit out of us.
That's it. All right.
Are we done?
Sean over on TikTok is giving us gifts. Thank you so much. Hogs14, $5 on YouTube. General, don't forget Prodigy and CompuServe.
Yeah, CompuServe. That was a big one for a long time. I remember that. All right, so going back to the drag and drop section of the program, a lot of this has to do with what I stumble across on our Google feed. Now, I don't do a lot of political stuff. I mean, I have those opinions. As you guys know, I was on the Chris Cuomo podcast twice now. Might be a bigger thing. He's a great guy to talk to. We're on opposite sides of the fence on a lot of things, but that is all going to be political. So if we become a semi-regular fixture on that system over there, you'll see a lot of political banter, and then you guys get to see more from me. However, we don't do a lot of it here. We do some of it, but not a lot. But the idea is that I'm going through, I just see things differently. When I look at stuff, I scratch my head and go, what the fuck is going on? Because you look at the stories, like there's no fucking way. And in some of the stuff you think, how does Google think I'm interested in this? I got to put a picture up that came across my Google feed today that in my worst drunken bender, or maybe I should say on my best drunken bender, I cannot tell you, I can't make up a way Google would put this in front of me and say, is this interesting to you? Would you like to click on it? And I'm staring at this thing, and this was today, and I'm looking at this thing going, first of all, it's written in Spanish. I think it's written in Spanish. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Then while you're processing what I'm telling you, I'll drag and drop it on the screen where you can see it because we are in the drag and drop section. Are you ready? This came up as a picture on Google. There's no direct nudity. I didn't understand all the Spanish words, but it looked like it said female masturbation for financial psychological something. I don't speak Spanish. Let me drag it over. You tell me what this says. All right? This is what came up on my feed. This picture, and read what it says. Read what the thing says, because this is all I got, and I had to decide if I was going to click on this or not. There's this picture on Google, and it says la. Now, the second word looks like masturbation. Feminina, that's female, so I'm getting that. Beneficio fiasco sounds like a benefit of finances, money.
The feminine masturbation and your benefits
You can read this?
Yeah.
And it's financial benefit, and the last word looks like it's psychological. So like they're thinking, hey, it's good for you if we can get your female masturbation beneficial for financial and psych. This is what came, and I'm staring at this going, what the fuck is this? First of all, I don't get the picture entirely. I kind of get it. The second thing was I don't understand Spanish. Why Google would put something in Spanish on my page I don't get. And
it was when you were looking for the Singapore hookers and you missed it and it went to Spanish.
Oh, is that what it was?
You missed Singapore and it hit Spain instead.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. I could see that. Google could have derived this from my browsing history of Singapore hookers, perhaps.
That's what you did.
Perhaps.
Fat finger typing.
Fat finger typing. Yeah, I don't know, but this came across there. I didn't click on it. I skipped it. I have no idea where this goes. And mainly because I know these are always tricks to get you to look at stuff, to try to get you interested in something you would never be interested in. You know, just like the people come up to me and say, you know, that there's women with big boobs that have penises. And one of my friends always used to lean and go, no, there's never a breasted woman that has a penis. It's always a guy who just has boobs. You're always dealing with a guy. No woman had an addictomy. There's no addictomies. That's not the way this works. Remind yourself, if you're attracted to them, that's a guy. So I don't want to go down that road. That's a rabbit hole I'm not interested in. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what, but it was on my feed. So there, those of you on TikTok or you don't know because you're new to the program, we do a weekly podcast where for 1 hour, my wife kicks the shit out of me. And she kicked the shit out of me for 1 hour and 34 minutes today. It'll drop at midnight. The audio version drops at midnight. The video version of this drops on Sunday. So you can listen to it once and then watch it twice. That's how it goes. And if you don't know how to get a hold of it, tomorrow morning, if you're on Spotify or you're on Apple or there's a half a dozen places it feeds to, 12:02 a.m., boom, it'll come out there. But if not, wait till the next morning. When I get up, I will take all the links and I put it on our webpage. I put this picture on the webpage and I put the links there, and then you can click on it and go. Now, if you're part of any of the membership sites, if you're a part of Patreon, if you're part of the General's Lunchbox on Facebook, or if you're a member on YouTube, you guys get this stuff first. You guys get the pictures, the direct links before anybody else. So if you're part of that, then you know. But this is the one where she's back. I did a show last week by myself because she was in Nebraska. And we talk about her being in Nebraska and how great it was. I was in the emergency room. Yeah, in the emergency room. True story. It's on the podcast. You'll find out why. She comes back like she owns the goddamn place, hence the picture. And my life is just miserable all over again, hence the bottom part of the picture. All right. Now that we got enough of that out of the way, you know what I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom. Would you like to tell them that Red Rock is coming? Would you like to tell them about this? I'll let you fill them in.
But we just got word that the Facebook personal just dropped. Don't know why, but it just dropped off.
Did we get banned?
I don't know.
Did we get
What would
banned?
I like to tell people about? Tickets are going on sale November 1st.
And what?
For our 4th anniversary of Gen X Talks. We celebrate it the last weekend of January every single year. And it's coming up fast. It's crazy.
Live. We will be live and in person.
Yes. I've been working on doing the tickets. It's actually going to turn into a weekend event, but this is the main event where you can come meet us live and have dinner with us and hang out and bowl and play games. And we just have, it's a party.
You
huge party.
skipped over the alcohol.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be alcohol, too. I mean, we know that. We know that that's going to happen.
Yes, Vegas, Gen X Talks, and alcohol. What could possibly go wrong? Tickets will go on sale. If you don't get a ticket, you're not going. And yes, we do sell out every year.
Now the fly's bugging me.
Well, I can't help you with that. No my problemo, as they say in Spanish land.
We also have a couple more events working that weekend, so you'll have time to join us at other events too, and all the staff will be there. And the general and
this
myself.
Year, it's go-kart racing again, and there'll be prizes for first, second, and third place.
So much fun.
Yeah, and that lasts like 2 or 3 hours of many, many races, and they keep track of your scores, and they keep track of your times, and you get a winner. Good. And then we have a new addition this year, axe and knife throwing. There's a place that does that. We're going to rent the place out for the day and have a lot of fun.
And Ninja Stars, and oh my goodness.
That's going to be good stuff. All right, couple things get out of the way. We were still waiting for Sam Brown, who's running for Nevada State Senate. Ben Matlock Sherlock, who's never lost a case, by the way, ran into this guy on the plane, and we're waiting for him to see if he'll be on one of our interviews. We would love to do that, even if we got to drive up there to Reno area to do that. We'll hang out with him. And if you missed the show, wherever you are on Rumble or on TikTok, if you didn't get alerted that we went live, it's because the conservative channels get shut down this time of year, especially in an election year. But if you're on Patreon, it's $1. We send you an email just before the show, say, hey, we're going live on our radio station, kgxtradio.com. It's for free. You should check that out. That is songs that I personally picked. And there's 1,000 of them. You should go listen to it. It's growing. We're doing more with the radio station, but we announce when we're going live. We announce when we're going on the radio. Just a quick email. We don't bother you about stuff, but you can also look back through almost 4 years of behind the scenes, not for public consumption, pictures and videos and stories. So it's a good time, but you got to join. It's $1. The moderator should be putting up that link for you folks right now. All right, what else? Here's one thing. I was trying to get to Dr. McDreamy, and I didn't get to him. One of the great gifts that came across my Google feed was called the wand. And the wand,
what the hell is
place
in your Google feed?
I don't know. You place this in your glass of wine, and it removes all the bad stuff that goes into your body and doesn't let you get drunk.
What?
Yeah. And I wanted to call Dr. McDreamy. I didn't get a chance to do this yet and go, what the fuck is this thing about? I wanted to look it up with him and say, what are we doing here? And I didn't get a chance to do it. We got to have a show with Dr. McDreamy about food and stuff. There's some weird shit I found out about food. Dr. McDreamy's been telling me about it for years, and now it's coming up on my Google feed. Now I've saved some pictures and a video. I want to ask about it. I want to get his opinion and go, what the fuck? So he was open to it. We just didn't get around to calling him. This is one thing I want to save and talk to him about. Don't worry, the magic wand will save you. But here's the gig. What if you want to get drunk?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
What's the purpose? Is it just
it's just juice after that?
Is it just wine taste? Yeah, it's just grape juice. At that point, they've taken out all the alcohol. I'm not saying that I understand, but I'm just saying that I have questions. I got questions. Also, a couple things you guys were asking about. Yes, the Gen X Talk sauces are coming back, where there'll be different sauces with our names on them that do different things. That's one. For those of you that remember refrigerated Hawaiian water, those will be bottles that'll be able to, it's kind of a novelty item. It's just for fun, but those are going to be for sale soon too. We're getting back on the horse about some of that stuff. And that's it. I got more things to drag and drop, but we're over on time.
Let me run through some sheets.
Go ahead.
The shoeless won $5. I'm ready. I got a controller from my laptop. I promise I won't shoot you in the face this time for video gaming.
My God.
Not Joel sent us a rose on TikTok. Thank you so much. Dr. Shadowlight on Rumble. It is the after effects of refreshing banana sauce, he said. Loud one, $2. How rich Pornhub have you been searching? That's what he wrote. How
rich?
That's what he said. Danny H, $2. Attack of the targeted ads yet again.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't get that.
T-Bone 76 did his first sending of $10 on YouTube to us.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you.
Scott Royston, $5. Did I say banana sauce? I meant to say barbecue sauce, Mr. Handsome General.
No, you said it again. You're out. Scott's out again. Fuck Scott Royston. He's out again. God damn it. He's going to be put in timeout.
$5 gold coin updates, General, at all?
Now Loud One's just pissing me off. He's in a timeout too. Fuck that guy.
Wow, he's on a...
I'm swinging the hammer, baby.
I think it's time to go. It's time to get you off.
All right,
this.
listen, if we're done, we're done. Is there anything else in between the sheets, or are you pretty much done in there?
We are good.
Thank you, guys. I just checked on the Facebook page.
I think TikTok's down too.
Is it?
Yeah, according to staff.
Well, the live stream is still up on Facebook, so it didn't get pulled. We probably lost connection, bad connection. Streamlabs has been doing that. But if it would have been pulled because we did something wrong, you wouldn't be able to view it. It wouldn't be up there, but it looks like it's up there on the replays available on Facebook Personal. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. If you had an hour and 19 minutes of your evening to waste, we're certainly glad you chose to waste it here with Gen X Talks. We got to get out of here. We got to go. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Not sure where you're listening in from. Around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 3 things in life. Number 1, wherever you go, there you are. Something goes wrong, yell fucking Trippy and blame that guy because it's always his fault. And number 3, what is it?
Catch you guys
on the flip side because I gotta go. I'm out.